You know, back in the old days, if you spat on somebody, you would get your wig split. And Jamarr Chase spat on Jalen Ramsey and had the audacity to lie about it. I didn't even open my mouth to that guy. Come on, Jamarr. We saw you in 4K spit on Jalen Ramsey because you were mad that Jalen Ramsey was clamping your ass up. You couldn't do nothing on Jalen Ramsey this go around. Jalen Ramsey had you boxed. And yes, Jalen Ramsey was putting a few big hits on Jamarr Chase. Some of them may have been a little bit unnecessary, but Jalen Ramsey is one of those kinds of players that he's super physical, he's aggressive, and he doesn't back down from you. He's going to do whatever he can to get in your head. And Jamarr Chase got mad because Jalen Ramsey got in his head. And you know what he had to do to take his frustration out? He spit on him. The most degrading thing that you can ever do to another grown man is spit on them. And Jamarr Chase got spared by Jalen Ramsey. He spat on Jalen Ramsey and was lucky that Jalen Ramsey didn't catch him in the locker room after the game, waiting for him like how he did a few years ago when he got into it with AJ Green and didn't ask for 30 seconds in the paint. Because if Jalen Ramsey got in that paint with Jamarr Chase, he would have a broken jaw right now. Having a $500,000 fine and a one-game suspension would be the least of Jamarr Chase's problems. Jalen Ramsey could have did this brother dirty. He could have did Jamarr Chase in. Jamarr Chase is so lucky that Jalen Ramsey is a lot more mature in this stage of his career than what he was in his earlier playing days. Jalen Ramsey, you can call him dirty, but one thing that he isn't is soft. Jalen Ramsey is about that life. Jalen Ramsey is a real hitter. And if the Bengals end up playing the Steelers again, if they somehow get into the playoffs, or if Jalen Ramsey is a Steeler next year, I promise you Jalen Ramsey is finna do the same thing to Jamarr that he did in this past game. Jamarr was just frustrated that he got locked up by Jalen Ramsey. Lock boy, yeah, that's him. Jalen Ramsey still is one of the ones. Ever since the Steelers have moved him to safety, the dude's been one of the best in the NFL. And Jamarr just got mad and he got frustrated that Jalen Ramsey was boxing that sorry crap up. So what did he do? He spat on him. And what did Jalen Ramsey do? He retaliated. And he was the guy who gets thrown out of the game. But the officials somehow missed Jamarr Chase spitting on him. What a disgrace. We got all these cameras. We got instant replay. And no officials on the field could catch the speak black that Jamarr Chase did spitting on him. Spitting on somebody is never called for. Okay, sure, Jalen Ramsey may have had a few extracurricular going on with Jamarr Chase. It doesn't matter. That's just football, man. That's what happens when you get in the heat of the moment, when you get in the heat of the game. I love Jalen Ramsey for this exact moment. Jalen Ramsey has brought a different attitude, a different physicality to the Steelers defense that they've been lacking for over the last 7-8 years. They need to do with some aggressiveness, with some physicality, somebody that isn't scared to get in your face, let you know that you suck, and provoke you. Jalen Ramsey won. He won the fight, and he won the battle on the field, and Jamarr Chase was a sore loser that he lost to Jalen Ramsey, so he spat on him. And he's very lucky that Jalen Ramsey didn't catch him in that tunnel, that he didn't catch him walking out to get on that bus, because right now, he'll have his wig split and a broken jaw. Don't act like Jalen Ramsey is some coward. Jalen Ramsey ain't scared to get dirty. He ain't scared to bang. Jamarr Chase was scared to bang, though. He didn't want no smoke with Jalen Ramsey. That's why he spat on him. Because you know if he spat on Jalen Ramsey, he'll get him ejected. That's why if you listen to Jamarr Chase's interview, if you look at his facial expressions, look, I'm no psychologist. All right, I got a minor in sociology, but I am a master in facial expressions. When he said, I ain't even open my mouth to that guy, he had a smirk on his face. He knew exactly what he did. He knew it. He knew exactly what he did. He was smirking because he knew he was lucky that Jalen Ramsey didn't meet him in that locker room at the game and give that boy a clothesline from hell, or give that boy a right hook from hell and split his freaking wig. Because back in the old days, if you spat on somebody, that's exactly what somebody would do. And Jamarr Chase only did that because he knew that the referees would back him up. Jamarr Chase spitting on Jalen Ramsey was a dick move. It was a coward move. It's a move that Jamarr Chase only did because he knew that he had that helmet on. If he didn't have that helmet on, I bet he wouldn't have spat on Jalen Ramsey after the game. Jalen Ramsey would have boop, 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 gave that boy a 1-2 piece Popeyes combo, and that boy would have been out of there. It was disgraceful what Jamarr Chase did to Jalen Ramsey. And he's very fortunate that he has a 1-game suspension and a $500,000 fine, and he's not sitting in the hospital waking up from getting TKO'd by Jalen Ramsey. Jalen Ramsey's one of those ones. And this situation could have been a lot worse than how it transpired because, like Jalen Ramsey said, once you spit on me, F football. I agree with him. Jalen Ramsey ain't do nothing wrong to Jamarr Chase. All he did was box that boy up, and he got mad because Jalen Ramsey was putting the clamps on him. And what did he do? He spat on him. He was in his head. And that's what you want your DBs to do. They coach you to do that. It's 2 ways to take the receiver out the game. Either you clamp him up or you get in his head. And Jalen Ramsey is one of the greatest corners of this decade because not only is he one of the best corners ever, but he also is one of the best trash talkers. He knows how to mentally affect you. And this is probably the worst game that Jamarr Chase has had all season long. Jalen Ramsey is riling him.